Every time I teach something like melodies or like lines like this or something, I always think about the bow and how much I use for everything. I think you do a great job, but sometimes you tend to like release too fast, so the noise like here, and for some reason it goes upstairs, and then you go back and use it. There's like an example I always give to my students. That is like, even though you go slower with your car driving or something, the car uses the same amount of gas, even though you press a little or not, right? It's the same here. Even though you play pianissimo or not, the bow is always moving to like maintain the quality of the sound. If you disincrease the movement or something with the bow, then the sound will be like choke or like not projecting as you were doing before. So try to find that balance in between how much bow I can use and how soft can it play, right? Instead of just playing slower or something.
Good points, yeah. True.
Really good job. I really like your phrasing and like that last like the slide note was really good. I noticed that you use like 1-3 a lot in thumb position. Everybody's hand's different, and like if it works for you, that's great. But I would like think about maybe trying to use 2 a little bit more. I think in a piece like this, when it's like just all about being expressive, I think 2. Like 1-2, it allows for like a wider vibrato or like just a freer vibrato. So, so just something.
Yeah.
I thought you did really well. I really liked the tone shift from the first theme to the second. I thought you really drew us in. It was a very I know we typically say an airy sound is not good, but I thought it was intimate. I thought it worked really well. And like a lot of your musical ideas were good. Your vibrato was really nice. But what really got me was in the beginning, it was really nice, but I felt like your grace notes were too measured. Did you purposely make the grace notes different at the beginning than when they come back?
A little bit. I did want them to be a little bit different. Yeah.
Okay, I could tell because they were faster and it works. The idea works, but I think the first set of grace notes were just too measured and too slow.
I take responsibility. But you're absolutely right. And I've been beating him on the head about I want to hear all 3 notes, and so tonight he goes ba da da. but he didn't do it. That's real good point to pick up on that. That's good. Yes, Dr. G.
Beautiful sound. I mean, your beginning, I was like, wow, that's stunning. Sometimes I feel, especially on your Doric quarter notes, you lose the sound, where you could take the phrase across, and I think it's because, I know that's not the bowing you got from Mr. P. I think it really helps if you have the right bowing. I think you sometimes got backwards with your bowing. Is that possible?
I did everything I have written down, but it's possible I don't have everything written down.
Do you start it down both these?
No, that was his invention.
Oh.
Yeah.
There were times where I felt if you were on your down bow, you wouldn't get, obviously it's a matter of bow distribution, but I felt there were a few awkward places where you were on an up bow where I have the feeling Professor Bryce gave you the opposite bowing, but I don't know. But otherwise, really nice.
Could we just try, while you're here, about the sustain through the long notes? Could you just play the high F, the way you come in? Just by yourself, and sustain it as beautiful and strong as you can. We'll keep count. Okay. Timing-wise, that was just right. You heard it crackle a little bit here and there. Let's try it again. It's got to be the feeling in the hand, and I want you to feel the relationship of the hair grabbing the string and pulling it, and the resistance that you feel. what can you do by, this would be great practice, do it 4 or 5 minutes a day, of just this note or one of the other big notes. But what can he do to make that better? He's thinking about his bow, and the bow's doing some better things. What else?
Closer to the bridge, less pressure maybe.
Okay. Okay, that worked. Also, when you start, you're doing this. But what you want to do is that. So you're telling your body and your bow to do something that you actually don't want it to do.
Okay.
See if you can feel, just pull. Okay, that's the idea, it's getting there. What else?
You have a little exercise. You can practice both, like doing the crescendo literal, like you don't have crescendo, but think like you have pretty much a crescendo at the end of the note, and then try to make it less graphic because you don't have a crescendo there, right?
Yeah.
So it's just more like working the weakness, and we have like we are less strong, I guess, in the
Yeah, this is a great spot. Numerous other ones in our repertoire. Could you think about the vibrato now? We've been talking just bow, but just think what you're going to say through this note with the vibrato. Okay, so that was kind of wider and ya. How about going the other way? Okay, a little faster yet. In my opinion, this one meets the demand of what the bow is trying to get out of the bass. You were using a slower vibrato, which is nice when the music relaxed or when you were down low and getting a fat sound like that. But up here, I mean, it's just about the violin's string length. And you know their vibrato. You ever seen a violinist play the bass?
Yeah.
What do? They come up and they pluck the note and they go. So that seemed to bring the right hand and left hand in.
That was more the sound that I wanted.
There you go.
So.
There you go. But it's a lot of figuring out and feeling and then doing it with your eyes closed and then trying to crescendo on it. That's a great idea. And then trying to hold it for 4 beats instead of 3. And once you accomplish that, then the 3 will sing. Good. All right. Very good. Thank you.